From Los Angeles, California, it's week one of the Simulation Football League on a Saturday night. And today we have a good one for you folks. It's the Fort Worth Toros against the Los Angeles Lycans. Alongside with me is Eddie Gage in the booth. I'm Ramos Lynn. And Eddie, we have a couple of teams. Fort Worth had a really good regular season last season. Los Angeles did end up winning a few games down the stretch, and they're looking forward to carry that momentum into season 24. Good night. How are you today?
SFL Nation, what up, doe? Ramos, it's been a long time since I've called 2 games in one weekend, but here I am, here to bail out Cam in the SFL yet again. But you're right, we got 2 teams. Fort Worth had a disappointing end to the season last season, lost a few games that just not have been their MO. And LA winning 3 straight games the end of the season last season, looking to continue that tradition here tonight at home, trying to keep the momentum going.
At one point, the Los Angeles Lycans were 2-7 last season, and they finished 5-7, only 1 game behind Atlanta for that last spot in the playoffs, as Fort Worth will have the ball first, and they will return it past the 20-yard line, breaking a tackle to the 25. And that's where we are going to see this new Fort Worth offense on the field first for the first time in a long time, Eddie, without their signal caller, Marcus Dunhill. Is going to be Eric Price, the former Denver Nightwing and Pittsburgh Riverhawk, right there on their center.
Stephen Hacker sent me a message telling me, Eddie, yes, we had a bad ending to last season, but guess what? I had some things going on in my personal life. I wasn't able to focus, but I'm putting all of my focus into this season. Let's see how it shakes out for him.
First down and 10 for the Toros with 2 tight ends. They're going to hand the ball off first play with a spin move and getting about 6 yards. That's another one of the new pieces, Jet Zero at halfback, as he gets the start over J.C. Bacon, one-time All-Star last time in season 17, second and short.
Did you see that humongous LA Lycan up in the corner of the end zone outside?
I did. 3-4 defense for Los Angeles. With a heavy set left side, they're going to run behind the right guard, but a good stop right there by number 69 on defense. That's Selwyn Lane. Well, let's introduce you to the rest of the LA defense. Alex Perez and Ace Blackwell are defensive ends. Selwyn Lane and Nick Brummer with Barrett Winters are defensive tackles. Linebackers Tassie Blackwell, Brett Ward, and Brogan Spiro. Let's introduce you after this play to the rest of the secondary. As Price will roll out to the right, passes, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to connect with Aaron Alexander. The pass falls to the turf, and Los Angeles will have a 3-and-out. Devontae Moore, Mike Scott, Eaton Moss, Rochelle Colston, Monte Wyatt, and Ben Charles are in the secondary for Los Angeles with an impressive first drive.
Loving this new stadium for LA.
Yes, it's really sharp. New turf, as this fair catch is called at the 27-yard line. Los Angeles will be on offense for the first time tonight. Solid Richardson is the quarterback for the 9th straight season. Derek Ziniguez, Patrick Rutlang, Sawyer Stern, and Dan Curtis are in the backfield. 3 running backs here for Los Angeles, as we might see a run-heavy offense, as Fort Worth is countering that with 6 linemen and 8 in the box. Yeah. Pass by Richardson is caught and getting behind the defense to the 40, to the 35, the 30, the 25, and all the way to the 22-yard line. That is Chris Lee, the wide receiver. And Eddie, they had 6 defensive linemen, 8 in the box. Yeah. And Los Angeles takes a shot on their first play.
Bear defense. You see Aiden Davis jumping the route. Thought he had a pick, but he missed time. The speed of the ball, I suppose. And it's a foot race to the end zone. Thankfully for him, his teammates picked him up.
All 46 Bear defense for Fort Worth, as they were expecting a run. Doesn't pay off. They will go to a more traditional 4-3 set. More like a 4-4 set, actually. As this is a quick pass. The pass is caught past the 20-yard line already. Los Angeles with Adam Grabowski. The rest of the receivers, Bubba Tree, Elsie Pryor, Chris Lee, as their wide receivers. The other tight end was Jack Flash. Oren Wiles, Bob Watoska, Hunter Watoska, and Altis Wiles are the rest of the offensive linemen. The last two are rookies, as they're going to hand the ball off, and for a first down goes Derrickis Iniges. And again, Eddie, it's you have three running backs, you have a fullback. They do stretch the defense on their first play, and now they involve the running backs here in the red zone.
Here they are again. Tight triple, two tight ends on the field to Sully's right.
Just outside the 10-yard line, in motion goes Jack Flash from right to left. Handoff goes to Iniges again, and he pushes the pile for a gain of 4 yards. Check that. That's Patrick Rutlang, the rookie, with his first catch. 3rd overall pick in the most recent draft.
Adam Grabowski out in front, getting the lead block out there for him. Former Scorpion finds himself a new home here in L.A.
2nd down and 6. A historically good forward defense. Struggling so far here early. It's still very early, but unable to stop most of the run game, as this one for Iniges goes for about 3 or 4. To introduce you to the rest of the forward defense, Jeff Duffy, Gary D. Gahn, and Luther Gahn in the defensive line. E.K. Vincent, Dexter Jackson are the linebackers. Tavius Gordon, Adam Leach, Aiden Davis are the corners. Ben Stone, Zion Waddles, and Delaney Nash, the former MVP of season 21, are in the secondary. And this toss will go nowhere, as the rookie halfback, Patrick Rutlang, will lose about 2 yards, and Los Angeles will be forced to attempt a field goal. But hey, Eddie, they got to stop on their first defensive series, and now they have a chance to get 3 on their first offensive series.
Putting points on the board first puts pressure on the opposition, especially when you're on the road.
As the kick is up and good. Los Angeles up 3-0 here early at home. And their defense will force a 3-and-out. Will be back on the field. To piggyback to what we said at the start of the broadcast, 3-game winning streak at the end of last season. Finally, trying to get that momentum going. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late in season 23, but trying to get off to a hot start here in season 24, as this return, another decent one, gets past the 30-yard line and breaking more tackles to the 32 is the return man. That is Kate Stevens, the veteran wide receiver.
Good starting field position for Fort Worth, whose offense was only on the field for about a second and a half, it seems like, trying to redeem themselves here in their second possession.
Aside a couple of rookies, this offense is a veteran offense. A couple of them joined the team just, either this season or a couple of seasons ago, but this is a veteran offense with most of its players, or not most, but some of its players coming back. Guys like Aaron Alexander, Kate Stevens, Henry McGee, obviously Stephen Hackerman, Robert Garrett Jr. staples of this offense. They're going to hand the ball off to Jet Zero, and he gets 2 on the play. The rest of the offense, Aaron Alexander, Henry McGee, and Kate Stevens with Stephen Hacker are the wide receivers. Robert Garrett Jr. and James Jennings are the tight ends. Duke Leroux, Emilio Panda, Jaleel Leroux, and Frank Burks are the offensive linemen. The last one, Burks, has been with the team for 6 seasons, the right guard. The left guard. Price to throw. Price with pressure, and the pass is incomplete. Good coverage right there by number 21, Devontae Moore, for Los Angeles. Will force another 3rd down and long.
Yeah, the pressure got on Eric Price immediately. Had to let that ball go before he wanted to.
3rd down and 8. Man in motion, Stephen Hacker. That may be the matchup that you want. He's going to be lined up against a safety, Eddie. As Price will throw. Price with time throws, and the pass is incomplete. Overthrows.
Yeah.
I think Stephen Hacker, actually. And he had him open.
He had him open. He also had more time in the pocket than he probably anticipated, because the O-line did a great job of protecting him despite the pass rush that they brought.
So Los Angeles, with back-to-back 3-and-outs forced on defense, will put their offense back onto the field as Rose handles the bat snap. And the ball is going to be fielded at the 27 up to the 28 only. Goes Bubba Tree, 3rd-year man. And go ahead.
I never understood why these punt returners attempt to return a punt. You got a guy sitting right in your lap, ready to blow your head off.
Yeah, you're trying to do too much. You know, you may be a little bit down on the depth chart, trying to make a name for yourself and impress the coaches, but you know, sometimes it's even more impressive when you just make the right football play.
Yes.
1st and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. Man in motion is Adam Grabowski. As the handoff goes to Iniguez for a gain of a couple yards. Fort Worth definitely expecting that run most of the time for Los Angeles.
And they should, because Iniguez has top end speed, and should they not get him at the point of attack, it could be a foot race to the end zone.
2nd down and 8, 2 tight ends again. Toss play goes outside to the rookie, and he tries to make a spin move, but unable to get away from the defender, Patrick Rutlang, already with a few carries so far.
That giant lichen outside, that thing is taller than a stadium. How much do you think it cost them to make that thing?
I don't know, maybe more than the stadium itself. 3rd down and 3, 22 personnel, 2 backs, 2 tight ends. Richardson to throw. Richardson with Aiden Davis, and he's gonna return it. The ref gets in the way, but he's still gonna return it to a touchdown. Aiden Davis, the pick six extraordinaire, gets 6 for Fort Worth.
Aiden Davis redeems himself after giving up the big play earlier for 51 yards to Chris Lee. This time he stays home. Aiden, what impressed me about that run, yes, the referee got in his way, but even though he was beat earlier, he decided to squat down, knowing he had safety help, picks it off, and returns to the house to put Fort Worth's first touchdown on the board.
Definitely some home cooking there. I mean, the referee had a better angle to tackle the return man than the offense itself, as Amelia Rose will kick it between the uprights, and it's 7-3 Fort Worth. You know, just talking about the divisions, Eddie, obviously Fort Worth in that South Division. Mexico City won yesterday, and now Houston won earlier tonight. So
yes,
I don't want to get down on that division early on.
One of the toughest divisions in the SFL, if not the toughest.
So this return from Bubba Tree will break a tackle and get to the 26-yard line, as Los Angeles will try again. Before that interception, Eddie, Los Angeles played a spotless first quarter, and all of a sudden they find themselves with a deficit.
So they did a great job of recognizing what we talked about earlier, that 4-4 Bear defense, getting the ball out of his hands quickly as the rush was coming, took advantage of the pass protection to hit Chris Lee on that 51-yard reception, just seeing everything on the field perfectly, but that last one, he made a mistake. He's out here trying to redeem himself now.
We'll go with 3 wide receivers this time with split backs formation. Tyler Richardson will throw. The pass is incomplete off the hands of Chris Lee. I mean, it was just an errant throw by Sully Richardson. I mean, that's as easy of a pass that you can have, and he missed him.
I'm not sure what happened there. The receiver's running a route about 4 yards right in front of him.
That was about as easy of a 5-6 yard gain as you would have this game. As Iniguez goes in motion. Iniguez obviously played as a wide receiver in his career. Richardson to throw. Richardson with time. The pass deep, and it's caught. LC Pryor for a Lycan first down.
Great coverage, but the defensive line for Fort Worth let him down, not getting any pressure on the quarterback. You can only attach yourself to these receivers so long, and you just saw right there, those crossing routes are the hardest to defend in man coverage.
First down and 10 for Los Angeles. 4-4 defense again for Fort Worth with a pro set, split backs. Richardson to throw. Richardson middle. The pass is caught again. And that is Chris Lee with about 15 yards and a first down.
Chris Lee coming in this offense red hot. He's been Sully's go-to target so far early on in this game.
Take a look at this replay. The defenders just went with the flats.
Yeah.
And that left Chris Lee wide open.
Chess match out here, Ramos, week 1.
Yes. Chris Lee, a couple of grabs, 65 yards already. First play of the game went for 51 for the Lycans offense. Toss play to Iniguez, gets a couple of blocks, but nice play by Delaney Nash, crashing down on that. Only a 1-yard gain.
Anytime you're going to run those toss plays, you need those tackles to hold up and your receivers to do more than just catch passes. You need them to buckle down and get blocks too.
2nd down and 9, another split backs formation now with 3 wide receivers as Lee goes in motion. Richardson will throw. Richardson will run, and he will be sacked for a 1-yard loss. That is going to be E.K. Vincent with his first sack of the season.
E.K., one of my favorite linebackers in the entire SFL. He's been a dog his entire career. That time he's out in coverage. Sees Sully taking off, trying to pick up yardage, and leaves his assigned area, goes up there and makes the sack.
Yeah, South Division, that is just stacked with amazing linebackers, and we have 2 of the very best here for the Toros. You have Dexter Jackson, Defensive Player of the Year, just a couple of seasons ago, and of course E.K. Vincent. And Solly Richardson off his back foot. The pass is incomplete, but it's going to be a PI as the defender was not looking for the ball.
Yeah, first of all, that was not the wisest play for Sully to make. He's out there scrambling, and he had no reason to, as his offensive line did a great job protecting him. And then he's bailed out, throwing off his back foot while pedaling backwards. But Fort Worth makes the ill-advised decision to bump the receiver.
1st down and 10 yards to go after that interference as Los Angeles again knocking on the door. 5 wide receivers set this time. 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Richardson to throw. Richardson middle. The pass almost picked up.
EK.
Tell you, man, these linebackers are not to be played with.
They are
Neither in
not.
the secondary, to be fair, but man, these linebackers are crazy. Four defense again for Fort Worth.
Seen a lot of this Bear defense today.
Yep. And in motion. It's number 86, Jack Flash. Handoff goes to Iniguez, and he will get about 4 yards on the play.
Ramos, it's early on, but it looks like Fort Worth may be taking advantage of the newfound rules of the SFL, and maybe they have decided to do away with the 4-3 defense this game.
Yeah, as Richardson will throw. The pass incomplete off the hands of L.C. Pryor. Good throw by Richardson under pressure, Eddie, but unfortunately L.C. Pryor unable to come up with it.
But nonetheless, they do have an opportunity at another field goal here to chop into this lead.
From 36 yards out, it's going to be the kicker, John Smith, 2nd season with the Lycans. And the left-footed kicker will hook it in between the uprights for 3 points. 2nd field goal of the game for Los Angeles as they now trail by just 1 point. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Fort Worth, Eddie, offensively has been able to do absolutely nothing. It's been a pick 6, the reason why they're up. But, man, you can only hold this offense for too long. Even without Marcus Dunhill, Eric Price, we know is a proven quarterback in the league. Jet Zero, one of the bright spots of Queen City last season. It has been for a couple of seasons. So, this offense more than capable, of course. And it feels that it's just a matter of time for them to get a big play.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Jet Zero has been in Queen City for about 5 years, 10 seasons.
Yep.
And, this is a fresh start for him to try to get his legs up under him.
You can tell. I mean, he's gotten more carries than J.C. Bacon, so you can tell the coaches are impressed by him, and they're trusting him, Jet Zero, to get the bulk of the carries, at least early on. There's a man in motion. Is Henry McGee going from left to right. Man coverage for Los Angeles, looks like. Bacon will get the handoff, though, and unable to avoid a tackler. That's a great open field tackle by Wyatt.
Great open field tackle. You beat me to it. Anytime you can get these running backs, you're out there on one-on-one in the island, in the open field, and they have a two-way go. Very impressive.
For defense here for Los Angeles. Two tight ends. Will throw as the pass by Eric Price is caught. McGee makes a move. McGee past the 30 and up to the 25-yard line as Ben Charles makes a touchdown-saving tackle. But that's a great throw by Eric Price and even a better play by Henry McGee.
And what's not going to go on the stat sheet, look at the block by Jet Zero. They are about to take Eric Price's head off. We aren't going to see it here, unfortunately. But he got his shoulder pad down low and cleaned out the edge rushing linebacker.
First down and 10 yards to go for Fort Worth as they are in scoring position, and it's basically what we were saying. It's just a matter of time for them to get an explosive play as Jet Zero gets a couple of great blocks and picks up another first down.
Jet Zero gave the quarterback time, Eric Price, to make that last throw, and they reward him with a carry here inside the SFL red zone.
Let's see if Fort Worth snaps the ball before the end of the first quarter. And they will. Price to throw middle, and the pass is incomplete, almost picked off perfectly by Ben Charles, but unable to come up with it. And that's how the first quarter will come to a close. Fort Worth 7, Los Angeles 6. You're watching the Simulation Football League right here on a Saturday night on YouTube.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't LA play in a dome stadium last season?
Yes. So they built a whole new stadium.
Yeah.
They built a whole huge lycanthrope on the outside. No shortage of money in LA, looks like. Price to throw to the end zone, touchdown, Henry McGee. He earned that one, Eddie. I mean, he was the man on that drive.
He was, and if he's going to get you all the way down there, you may as well reward him. Slant pass over the middle, just in front of the safety, no chance to get over there and make a play. Touchdown, Fort Worth.
Just running a skinny post of sorts. And the pass is caught for a touchdown as Fort Worth will extend their lead to 14-6. And again, Los Angeles has played a really nice first half. Offensively, they've been able to move the ball. Defensively, they got a couple of 3-and-outs early, but, they're getting field goals and Fort Worth is getting touchdowns.
Yep.
14-6.
That's the story of the game. And on that last play we just talked about, you can't expect a safety to make that kind of play against these athletic receivers. And a corner didn't do him any favors. He didn't bump him up at all. He just allowed him a free release, which resulted in that touchdown.
Yeah, and maybe he was expecting some safety help, but the safety did not crash on time, and Henry McGee found himself open in the end zone as this kick will go into the end zone and being returned by Chris Lee, not past the 20 and up to the 25, and that's where Los Angeles will set up shop. We made it to 2025, and that means that the 2025 SFL convention is right around the corner. It's headed to Baltimore, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season. July 10th through the 14th, join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net.
And I look forward to seeing you there, Ramos.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing you and seeing the rest of the SFL family. Is going to be a great time as Solly Richardson will throw. The pass is incomplete. Great coverage. Amazing one-on-one man coverage right there on the inside by Tavius Gordon, excuse me. 4 seasons all with Fort Worth.
Did not give up on the play, even though his receiver beat him to the spot. He did not allow him time to secure the ball into his belly and knocks it out.
Offset I formation this time. Chris Lee goes in motion. Richardson to throw. Richardson goes outside. The pass incomplete as he got hit as he threw.
Yeah, hit as he threw. 3rd down and 10. And after what transpired here in that first quarter, Sully Richardson and his offense does not want to go 3-and-out here to start this second quarter.
And this is a bad defense to go through, 3rd and long against. The secondary is just so good. As case in point, Aiden Davis with an amazing deflection, one-handed tip, and Los Angeles will go 3-and-out.
Blitz, the middle linebacker, had the strong safety out there in the flat, waiting to take away anything short. Aiden Davis knows he can be aggressive because that linebacker is blitzing, knocks the ball away, and it's going to force another punt.
Chris Hansen will punt this one away. Fielded at about the 40-yard line, and Kate Stevens will get his offense to the 43 as Moss makes the tackle. And, you know, Eddie, this Fort Worth offense finally woke up. First couple of drives, a couple of 3-and-outs, but this last drive, you know, headed by Henry McGee, able to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, Fort Worth trying to keep this momentum going. They found their offense after a slow start, and let's see what they do here with this good field position to start this drive.
Robert Garrett Jr. goes in motion. He's been quiet here in the first half. The handoff will go to Jet 0, and Jet will get 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Power back Jet 0 is. Took 2 men to bring him down as the first man was unable to do so, and he just kept those legs turned and picked up an additional 2 yards.
2nd down and 5.
Look at this formation.
3 players on the left side, but they go right, and that's not where the blocking was, as J.C. Bacon will lose 1.
That run is designed to attack man-to-man coverage, but LA was in the zone.
3rd down and 6. 3-3 defense here for Los Angeles as they bring the pressure, but Kate Stevens is able to find the open spot in the zone for a 1st down.
Moving a change, and Fort Worth seems to have found a groove right now, Ramos.
Yeah, absolutely. And they sent the blitz. They sent about 6 players to Eric Price, but offensive line did a pretty good job just giving him enough time. J.C. Bacon in the backfield with 4 wide receivers. Handoff goes to Bacon, gets caught up at the line. Good job at the defensive tackle on block shedding. And he will only get 2.
And that's what it's going to take to defeat this Fort Worth team and slow down this offense. You got to keep them in 2nd and 3rd and long situations and make it more predictable about what they're going to do.
2 tight ends set. That's actually Kate Stevens as an H-back, and actually Kate Stevens pancaked the guy.
He did.
Blackwell able to make the stop. Not bad for the wide receiver. Kate Stevens 6'2", 209, and went against the linebacker and absolutely decimated it.
That was very impressive.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. 3-2 defense this time. Price to throw. Price middle, and pass caught. Stephen Hacker for a 1st down. That's probably Eric Price's best throw of the night.
Yeah, it is. And I know LA's tried a bunch of different things. They tried some man, they tried some zone, they've blitzed, and nothing has been working. Eric Price is doing a great job of recognizing the defense and reacting off of it.
Fort Worth has now taken control of this game in the scoreboard and on the field. Able to get the offense moving, as this is going to be a handoff to J.C. Bacon. But again, he's had a pretty tough time, Eddie, so far running the football. Not a whole lot for Jay-Z.
4 carries for about 1 yard. It's been a passing game that's kept these drives alive for Fort Worth.
As they will insert Jet 0 back in the lineup. And Eric Price will throw. Price with time, clean pocket. The pass is caught.
Man.
Robert Garrett Jr. will get about 7 on the play and make it a 3rd and short.
You can't fault this coaching staff of LA because they're trying everything. They're just throwing multiple looks at Fort Worth, but Eric Price, to his credit, is just making great decisions out there.
Looks like an coverage again.
Yeah. They're going to blitz the linebacker 57.
As they will toss it out, and J.C. Bacon goes absolutely nowhere. Actually loses about 4 yards as Los Angeles was ready for that one. And they will force Fort Worth to kick a field goal.
I thought they were going to blitz Broken Spear, but he stayed home and ate up the block of the left tackle, which allowed his teammates to get in there and make that tackle.
So Rose will try Field goal, and this one is hooking
Wide.
right and wide right. We've seen a few kickers
Yes,
that
we have.
missed a couple of short field goals. You know, we saw it in the Mexico City, Minnesota game where both Melillo and Chaz Blackwater missed chip shots, you know, for them, and now Emilio Rose hooks that one right.
I've seen a lot of missed field goals and Sims, and here in week 1 already, just a number of field goals missed early on from kickers that are normally known to drill them right down the middle.
Maybe the spark that Los Angeles needed, as they will hand the ball off. Guess blocks and gets 5 on the play.
That's about a generous 5 yards as you will see in the SFL.
Yeah. Second down and 5. With a 22 personnel from the split backs formation. Handoff again goes to the running back. This time is number 28, Patrick Rutlang. Been involved in Rutlang here in a few carries.
They have. They've given the ball to multiple people just trying to find what's working for them. But then Lady Nash prevented that first down with that tackle there to bring them down.
From the I formation, only one wide receiver. And look at this defensive formation for Fort Worth. Handoff goes to Iniguez, and that goes nowhere. As Delaney Nash and Gordon combine for the stop, a loss of 1 yard, and Los Angeles will be forced to punt it again.
Ramos, here in week 1, we've seen multiple teams use a lot of cover 0. Are you surprised to see such coverage in week 1?
Very. You know, you want to like maybe try some things new. You don't know what to expect. You know, maybe Fort Worth thought, you know, Los Angeles was gonna have a run-centric offense, and they're trying to have as many people in the box as possible. But yeah, you know, cover 0 is not you know, something that you see very often.
I mean, we see it as the season progresses, as teams get more film and more tendencies. But I'm just honestly surprised to see it so much here, week 1 of the season.
Yeah. It's working, though, for Fort Worth.
It's working.
Los Angeles has been unable to get to the end zone despite a couple of really good drives. Eric Price will throw this football, and the pass is caught to Robert Gary Jr. for a gain of 9 yards. Kind of like a quick route, but it was dangerous.
It was. He had to reach for the ball over his head to grab that one. That was a 50-50 ball if I've ever seen one.
Look at this formation again. And even by the defense, the middle of the field is wide open.
Yeah.
And they will run a counter, and Jet Zero will turn it right middle where there was nobody there for Los Angeles. About as easy about 6-7 yard gain as you will have.
I've seen a number of teams across the SFL run those counters. I've tried it, and for whatever reason, it just does not work well for us.
You need to have like the right defensive, you know, look, I guess, to make it work. And Los Angeles had, or Fort Worth had at that time from Los Angeles, as the middle of the field was completely vacated, as Jay-Z Bacon, this time maybe his best rush of the night, gets 4.
Yeah, Jay-Z's starting to get into a groove a bit here.
Second down, 6 yards to go. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the second quarter. Another heavy set, right side of the formation. They will try to run it that side, but Los Angeles this time was ready for it. No gain on the play, as that was Tassie Blackwell and a couple of others combined for the stop.
I tell you what, though, LA's doing a great job with this 3-4 defense. That nose tackle is eating up double teams, which is making that 3-4 defense successful against the run.
Price to throw. Price with time. The pass incomplete. Great coverage. On the outside. That is Devontae Moore with the pass deflection. And on a 4th and 6 outside of field goal range, Fort Worth will have to punt.
Some call them pass deflections. I like to call them pass breakups. It just sounds more physical to me.
Yep. Great one-on-one coverage. You love to see that from your outside corner, from any corner, but especially from your boundary corner. So that makes the life easier for everybody. And this one will be down at the 2.
Wow. You want to make it to the Pro Bowl?
Faces of this game.
See, that's right. You want to make it to the Pro Bowl as a special teams player. You want to get your contract extended for another season with your franchise. That's how you do it right there.
Officially called at the 3-yard line. Los Angeles backed up. We'll have an empty set. And Richardson will throw.
Look
Richardson fumbles the ball and that's a touchdown.
Oh, Ramos.
Oh, man.
Look, let's get a look at this.
A backup linebacker got the touchdown. That is Carlos Emmons. And what a backbreaker here for Los Angeles.
Ramos, it looked like Sully took his second hand off the ball as he was trying to scramble to pick up that first down. I thought that was Luther Gahn that stripped it, but I wasn't quite sure.
I think it was Luther Gahn. As Fort Worth gets their second defensive touchdown of the ball game.
Yeah.
You're going to win a lot of games, Eddie, when your defense puts points on the board.
14 points? Absolutely.
Los Angeles will return this one as they're completely shook off of the last play. Chris Lee gets it to the 26-yard line. Still some time here in the second quarter. You have 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. But since the first play, Eddie, that long pass to Chris Lee, this offense has had a couple of highs, but has had, quite a few lows.
We're being told it was Chester McLaughlin, the backup defensive tackle, that actually stripped that ball from Sully.
So backup forces the fumble, and another backup gets the touchdown. Getting contributions from everybody as this toss to Iniguez.
Luther Gahn.
Luther Gahn, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, that's the most underrated aspect of a defensive lineman, Eddie.
Yeah.
The sideline to sideline movement.
Not only that, but he's 6'5", 325 pounds, and he turned on a dime to his right and made that play. That was very impressive by the big man.
Lateral movement so underrated for defensive linemen, as this one will be blown up in the backfield. Ben Stone gets the tackle for loss. As we reach the 2-minute warning, Fort Worth imposing their will here in the second quarter, 21-6 over Los Angeles.
Behind the scenes, your counterpart Mike Daggs doing his Ron Haynes best impressions by providing us still photos of who forced that fumble from Sully's hands.
That's the guy right there.
Blitz.
Started Richardson with pressure. The pass incomplete, off the hands of Chris Lee. Man, that's an unbelievable play by Richardson. He gets off of the pressure and delivers a dime, all things being considered, and Chris Lee unable to come up with it. That's the second time we've seen a Los Angeles player drop a ball.
You know what? But I'm very impressed with Sully because he was under a lot of duress and he was able to get that ball out only when his man can catch it. But unfortunately, he was unable to come up with it.
Another punt here for Los Angeles. As this one will be fielded at the 35. Stevens breaks a tackle and gets it to the 39-yard line. Some good field position here from Fort Worth as they have a chance to put some points before we reach the halftime point.
1:46 left in this first half and all 3 timeouts at their disposal. You can stay within the offense and try to pick up points here.
Yeah, you don't have to change anything. You can keep running the football here if you want to. Bryce makes some changes at the line. He will snap this ball, get it to Jet 0, but good coverage right there by Blackwell and company. Let's send it over to Cameron Irvine in SFL HQ for a game break update. Cam?
Thank you, Ramos. Baltimore's offense struggling against this Lexington defense. Wigmore throws a pick right at the goal line. The Lexington offense has 0 points tonight, but it's a tie game at 14 late in the third. Back to you.
Thank you, Cam. Speaking about struggles, J.C. Bacon, again, unable to get anything going on the ground. Maybe a yard on the play. 3rd and 9 upcoming.
It has me considering using a 3-4 defense sometimes. I'm not a big fan of it, but they're doing a great job stopping the run with that 3-4.
Price to throw. Scrambles, and he goes down. On
That's
the sack,
unfortunate.
that's Alex Perez. the 11-year veteran, last made the All-Star game in season 19 with a strong start here to season 24.
And he can't blame his offensive lineman. They're going to be upset about that because they're giving up a sack, but that's not on them. That's on Eric Price actually rolling into that sack.
Yeah, he completely ran into the sack. Los Angeles not electing to call a timeout to try to get some points before the end of the half. So Emilio Rose and company will take this clock down to 26 seconds. This is a pretty good punt to the 28-yard line, and the return is a good one, breaking a tackle. Rose makes the tackle at the 43 as Tree puts Los Angeles in, again, good field position, Eddie. It just takes about, a solid, 20-yard throw, and you're, looking at field goal range.
If he breaks that tackle, there is no one ahead of him, and that's going to be a touchdown for LA.
17 seconds left here in the first half. Richardson will have 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. Not seen anything from really any of the tight ends, Grabowski or Jack Flash. He will throw the pass. That one is caught to Jack Flash, but only a gain of 2 yards. Good tackle right there by Dexter Jackson on the outside, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. Eddie, 21-6. What has caught your attention?
The defense of Fort Worth came to play today. They called a timeout.
Well, with 1 second left, I guess they will try to do a Hail Mary. Try to, I don't know, maybe get a DPI or something to get him in scoring position.
Why not? If it works, they'd be in field goal range.
On 2nd and 8, Richardson will throw. The pass is deep, and the pass is well overthrown everybody. So no harm, no foul. Now is halftime, so what has caught your attention? This defense of Fort Worth?
Yeah, the defense of Fort Worth. Eric Price, only 6 of 11 in the first half. He does have that TD throw, but it's been the defense of Fort Worth who's come out here and make a statement here, getting them off to a strong start to this ball game.
Just as the defense of Fort Worth has been amazing, I'm going to go to the other side. Other than that one drive with that Henry McGee touchdown, as you were saying, with that 3-4, they've been able to contain J.C. Bacon pretty well. And, they've been able to keep most players in check for the most part. Stephen Hacker only with about, a couple of grabs. And, just not a lot of production from any offenses. McGee with that touchdown is your halftime player of the game. And we'll see you here in just a few seconds as we take a break. Back with the second half.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, breaksgpt.com. As this return by Tree will get it to the 31-yard line, and that's where Los Angeles will start their first drive. And they need a strong start here of the third quarter, Eddie. They're down by 2 scores.
They do, and we know they're more than capable of it. When we talked about it pregame, they ended the season last year on a 3-game winning streak, so we know this offense has what it takes to put points on the board.
For the first play, Richardson will go in a pro set with 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 backs in the backfield. And this is going to be a toss and a fumble as Delaney Nash will have that one. Oh, another backbreaker play here for the Los Angeles offense. Another turnover.
Was it a lateral, though? They may challenge this, Ramos.
I think it was. I mean, it was a toss play, so
They are not going to challenge it.
They are not. It was a toss play. You have to think that was a backwards move. And that's a live ball as Fort Worth will have the ball in scoring position as Jet Zero, trying to make them pay, gets 8 yards. One of the best rushes of the game by Jet Zero.
His best rush of the game. And you talk about taking the excitement out of this crowd. The very first play of the third quarter coughs it right back up to this Fort Worth offense.
2nd down and 2. Eddie said again. The middle of the field again vacated, Eddie.
Yeah.
You can see it pre-snap. And they will try to exploit that one as JC Bacon gets an easy first down, about 5 yards on the play as they move the chains.
Surprised they haven't done more of that this game as they continue to go out there and see those looks.
First down and 10. Again, running that man-to-man coverage. They bring a safety down. Handoff outside. Jet Zero breaks a tackle, but unable to get out of the grasp of Ben Charles. 3-yard gain on the play.
They continue to come out here with the 12 personnel, with those 2 tight ends, and it's stretching out this defense that continues to play man against it. And I'm surprised they just haven't attacked the middle of the field more often.
2nd down and 7. The Lycans really trying to make an effort on stopping the outside runs. Price to throw, middle, the pass caught. Stephen Hacker mosses the defender and gets in the end zone for a touchdown.
It was only a matter of time, only his 2nd catch of the game on 3 targets. Stephen Hacker out here to remind the SFL, yes, he's considered retirement, but as long as he's out there in the field, he's a threat to score anytime he's out there.
It's been said that he will retire once he surpasses DR Sim, which is going to be tough because DR Sim has like 50,000 yards receiving. But
he does, but Sim moved to running back this season.
But now
so
he moves running back.
Yeah,
so we'll see. We'll see. Still one of the best though. Stephen Hacker on the outside. Emilio Rose will kick it between the uprights, and it's 28-6. Fort Worth over Los Angeles, and it really, Eddie, it hasn't felt that Los Angeles has played that bad of a ball game. It's just been those turnovers.
Turnovers. I mean, that was a tough break. I mean, what do? They come out there in a 4-4 defense and blitz the edge linebacker, pops the ball loose, and they're already in the SFL red zone as a result of that play.
Actually, I think that's going to be the other returner. That's Chris Lee with the return.
Nice
Gets
spin.
past the 25, breaks the tackle up to the 30-yard line. And again, this Lycan offense has been those turnovers. You know, 2 of them immediately led for touchdowns. It was a pick 6, and then a fumble recovery for a score, and then that fumble put Fort Worth in short field, and their defense was unable to make a stop.
A lot of football left, and you know, there's no sense in giving up now. Continue to go out there and fight and see what you can come up with. Sometimes all it takes is one play to flip the momentum of the game.
Another 4-4 defense. Richardson will throw the pass middle. The pass caught. Elsie Pryor for a first down.
We have not seen a traditional 4-3 defense out of Fort Worth at all today, Ramos.
Nope. It's really been the 4-4, and it's been a nickel defense after that. So no 4-3, no 3-4, just like, you know, Los Angeles has had. Just selling on the run on those base formations from Los Angeles. As Iniguez will push his offensive lineman, get 3 on the play.
Fort Worth guessed right on that play. Inside blast 3 to stuff the A gap, but they were able to fight and pick up 3.
2nd down and 7. Toss play, almost blown up again. And this one will go for a loss.
Man down.
We have a man down. Fort Worth defensive safety Delaney Nash is down. So pretty significant loss here for this Fort Worth defense. He's the man who made the tackle.
They almost forced that ball out again, Ramos.
Yes. Still
Ran-
forced about a 3-yard loss.
Ran right past the running back, looking for the quarterback.
Yeah. 3rd down and 9.
3-2 down.
More man-on-man coverage here from Fort Worth. Sending a blitz. Richardson will throw the pass deep, and the pass is caught. Elsie Pryor past the 20-yard line, past the 15 to the 10, and all the way to the 7-yard line as a touchdown-saving tackle is made at the end of the play. But a great job by Sully Richardson delivering a dot.
Shout out to the offensive line of LA as they helped serve. They brought 3 on the blitz along with their 3 defensive linemen, but the offensive line did a great job of protecting their quarterback and allowed Sully the time he needed for that route to develop to pick up their offense. And they find themselves here on the 6-yard line.
As Elsie Pryor matches his teammate Chris Lee with a 51-yard completion. Heavy set this time. 10 players in the box for Fort Worth. Handoff. Iniguez gets met at the line and then wrapped up by Gond and company. Gain of about 2. 2nd and goal.
I tell you what, these coaches have a lot more heart than I do, because a lot of these coaches here week 1 are very aggressive defensively.
23 personnel this time. Handoff goes to the 2nd stringer, and this
Another man down.
And
E.K. Vincent
is down. So 2
stalwarts.
forward defensive players down here on this drive.
Both starters, both impact players.
Yes.
EK one of the better linebackers in the entire SFL.
Yeah.
And he's going to be
Hopefully-
retiring at the end of this season too, Ramos.
Yes. Yes. And hopefully this is just, something like cramps or something,
Yeah.
for this week 1. But in the meantime, the Lady Nash and E.K. Vincent out of the game. Richardson to throw.
Blitz.
Richardson to the end zone. Incomplete. Is intended receiver. And it's going to be another 4th and goal. And again, Eddie, Fort Worth getting touchdowns, Los Angeles getting field goals.
Los Angeles having to settle for 3, and they got the look they wanted. Fort Worth brought the blitzes, man covers. They run a crossing route. The receiver's wide open, but unfortunately, Sully just missed him.
From 22 yards out. John Smith to attempt his 3rd field goal of the day, and this one Cooks left is up and good. 28-9. And the question, Eddie, how many likes do we have on this video so far?
I don't care how many it is, Ramos. The answer is not enough.
Yeah, not enough. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. As Fort Worth will get the ball again, 28-9, and with a touchdown, Eddie, you have to feel that this game is put on ice as Kate Stevens makes a nifty move and gets all the way to the 34-yard line. Let's send it over to Cameron Irvine for another game break update and a great game between Lexington and Baltimore.
Thank you, Ramos. Watch Kenny Slider here, escaping off his back foot. Touchdown to Alex West. Lexington has the lead, 21-17 with 2 minutes to go, but Baltimore is in Lexington territory. Can the Miners hold on to the upset? Back to you guys.
Thank you, Cam. That will be probably so far, Eddie, the biggest upset here of
Without a
week
doubt.
1.
Without a doubt.
Maybe the only upset, Queen City beating Oklahoma City. That was a great game. Queen City was
Great
the
game,
favorite.
back and forth.
As this handoff will go to Jet Zero, breaks the tackle and gets about 7 yards. Fort Worth has had most of their success running the football between the tackles.
Would you believe that Eric Price has only completed 7 attempts, but they find themselves up 28-9?
And of those 7 attempts, he has 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
One to McGee and the other one to Stephen Hacker. They have not asked much of Eric Price today, but he's made it count when it matters, as J.C. Bacon has not been able to actually make it count tonight. He's had a rough day.
Yeah, this running game as a whole has had a rough day. Jet Zero had a few successful runs here in the second half, but overall, LA's 3-4 defense has held serve against the run.
3rd down and 3 yards to go. Handoff to the outside. Zero follows his blockers, but it's not. He will be stopped 2 yards shy of the 1st down, and Los Angeles defensively gets a stop.
Hey, rookie Jaleel Relu pulling guard on that play, did a great job, but unfortunately, the LA defenders beat them to the spot and are going to force a punt.
Rose punts this football away,
Great punt.
and it's fielded at the 21 as this return by Tree gets to the 25. So a 19-point game. Los Angeles needs 3 touchdowns. They still have plenty of time to do so. About a quarter and a half.
We're being told that Baltimore went for it on 4th down and did not make it.
So that means that Lexington with a chance to run out the clock. About a minute left going on in that game. Richardson to throw. Richardson drops back. The pass is caught. Completely bosses the defender. That is,
Yeah.
I believe, Chris Lee. No, LZ Pryor with the catch. That's a bad decision by Zolly Richardson. He got bailed out.
He got bailed out, and Adam Leach is all over this. I thought that was going to be intercepted. Look at this. It goes right through with both his hands. He just did
Man.
not close his hands fast enough. Otherwise, that's going to be an interception.
What a play by LZ Pryor, as in the Lexington game, they got that 1st down, Eddie. So Lexington will come up with that W at home
Wow.
against the Vultures. This
Who had
toss
that on their
play
bingo
goes to
card?
the outside, breaking a tackle and getting about 3 yards is the running back, Patrick Rutlang.
Adam Grabowski with a pancake block out there, too, to give him a chance to pick up that 1st.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Handoff. That goes to
Fumble!
He fumbles the football,
Oh.
and Fort Worth has it.
Oh!
Still running with it. He was not touchdown, and Fort Worth will have their 3rd defensive touchdown of the game.
You got to be kidding me, but I thought he got touched, Ramos. Maybe it's me. My vision isn't the best. I am 52 years old, for Christ's sake. But let's get another look at this.
So it's a clear fumble,
Yeah, clear fumble.
and nobody touched
He's
him.
not touched. Yeah, that's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown, as Gordon gets the TD. Gordon has had a really good game. Now, even before this, Gordon has been awesome so far this game. And the Fort Worth Toros have 21 points on defense.
Maybe the Fort Worth fans are going to start calling him Flash Gordon. 3
35
defensive
to 9.
touchdowns, yeah. I mean, you're going to look at this score, and you're going to think that LA's defense did not show up to play today, but it's been the special teams and the defense of Fort Worth who's put up 3 of these scores.
Right. This Tree will get the return to the 27-yard line. In total yardage, 163 for Fort Worth, 206 for Los Angeles. You know,
I was
normally a
just-
really good rushing attack in Fort Worth, only 60 yards.
I was just taking a peek at that right before the guys in the truck brought that up, but I couldn't help but notice the disparity in total yardage, yet LA finds themselves down.
1st down and 10, empty set. Richardson
Wide open.
checks it down, wide open to Chris Lee, breaks the tackle. Chris Lee has 15, 20 yards. Great job after the catch.
Sully Richardson recognizing, I think that was a cover 3 look, shell by Fort Worth there, and had his receiver just run a 5-yard hitch route, and he's going to be wide open in time to turn around and pick up that 1st.
How about this, Eddie? Baltimore actually outgains Lexington 402 yards to 189, and they lose the game.
Wow.
Iniguez with a handoff gets 6.
I can see the streets are talking server now because no one gave them a chance, and we were talking about it during the podcast. Everyone said, oh, there's no need talking about this game. Baltimore got that one. What's next on the docket? And now
Lexington,
I can hear Lexington right now saying, eat that.
yes, the Miners only 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Their defense and special teams won the game for the Miners. As this toss goes outside to Rotlang, and he will get a first down. Split backs formation. 4-4 defense. Toss play as Iniguez will be shut down by Dexter Jackson for a TFL.
It's almost as if Fort Worth is anticipating those tosses because they came close to yet again to stripping the ball out.
Yeah, they're sending those rushers, into the backfield pretty much on every play right there.
Shotgun.
Richardson throws, pass incomplete. Just threw it at the dirt.
Yeah, threw it down low, and Chris Lee, I believe that was, unable to get down there and scoop it up. That was like a ground ball for a shortstop.
Yep. From the 42-yard line for receiver set. Send the pressure with Jackson as this pass is caught middle of the field. Open was Tree for a first down.
Great pass by Sully, probably his best of the game, as there were 5 Fort Worth Toros in the area of that zone. They threw it right over the head of EK, who's back in the game, by the way.
Yeah, EK back in the game. Who's not back in the game is Delaney Nash as number 22. That is Zion Waddles. Actually makes the stop. He's a free safety, so he may have been there instead of Ben Stone, or maybe as a nickel back. That's almost Dexter Jackson got that one again. He still makes the tackle for a loss. Just a freak athlete.
Freak athlete indeed. And you know what? He could have been just down his luck and gave up on the play after, missing out on that opportunity. But he actually turned around and made the play, tackle for a loss. My goodness.
Here he goes again. The pass is going to be caught this time. Middle of the field gets about 12 yards and a move of the chains.
Sully has been most consistent when he's attacked the middle of this defense for Fort Worth.
Yes.
He had the one pass down the right sideline that Aiden made a bad read on, but otherwise, most of his success has been right over the middle of the field.
Yep. Richardson to throw off his back foot. The pass is caught. What arm strength right there by Sully Richardson as he connects with Chris Lee for a score.
And I'm not sure what Aiden Davis was looking at, if there was a back in this area that was going out to the flat or what, but he just allowed the receiver a free release and got behind him, and the safety was unable to get over there to help.
And they send the pressure with E.K. Vincent, and the safety not there. Had to sink on that play, Eddie. You need to backpedal.
Yeah.
And get back there. I mean, yes, there is a thread on the slot, but or on the
he's got
on
deep
the
third. Backpedal,
yep,
son.
but you got deep third, correct. You got to get there. As this extra point is up and good, 35-16. Still over a quarter left here in the game. As Los Angeles cuts it down again to a 3-score.
That was LA's best drive of the game. It kept their defense on the sidelines to get some much-needed rest.
Yep,
And,
first touchdown
yeah.
of the game for Los Angeles. So this return will come from the 3-yard line. Stevens, who's been really good on return so in this game, gets it to the 34.
Now let's see if Fort Worth can keep the momentum going of keeping Jay-Z Bacon well fed and getting some productive yardage out there. LA has done a great job of containing this run game. But with this 19-point lead, I anticipate them testing the consistency of the LA defense.
One back, 2 tight ends on this formation for Eric Price. Handoff goes to Jet 0. It goes right behind his right guard, gets 5.
Yeah. Ramos, when you play receiver, did you like wearing gloves?
Yes.
I was not a fan of it at all. I like to feel the ball come into my hands.
You know, actually, I've heard it from other people. There's actually people who cut the fingertips of the gloves.
Yeah.
Just to have that feel of the ball. I know that in the NFL, Terrell Davis, the Broncos halfback, he always cut the fingertips of his gloves because he wanted to feel like the texture of the football, just for ball security. As J.C. Bacon gets the first down, and that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Los Angeles 16, Fort Worth 35. You're watching the Simulation Football League here on a Saturday night. Don't go anywhere.
J.C. Bacon muscle for that first down.
Yes, he did. Two wide receivers, twins, left side. Handoff goes to Jet Zero. We'll give him 3. Second down and 7 yards to go, and that's basically what Fort Worth needs.
Yes.
Keep running the football, even though he has not gotten you a lot of yardage. It's more important to keep the clock, going down.
I agree.
Handoff, Bacon, nothing doing there. Sporting Spiro makes the tackle.
I'm very impressed with this 3-4 defense. I know I said it once already, but they're doing a great job defending the run, and that's why I have been reluctant myself of using it because of the ability to defend the run, but LA's done a great job doing so.
Price will throw. Price scrambles right, and the pass deep is incomplete, but a PI.
Hate to see it.
Yep. PI called on number 33. That is Monte Wyatt.
Didn't seem necessary. Let's get the replay. Let him
I don't know
play,
about
ref.
that one.
Yeah, let him play.
That's a huge play because now it's 1st and 10 inside the 30. That's a spot foul.
Yep.
And Fort Worth is again in scoring position. And twin set for the Toros. And in motion is McGee, who's been quiet here in this second half. Price to throw. Goes outside to Stephen Hacker. Gets the catch for a gain of 7.
You talk about bailing out your quarterback. That was a bad throw. Man, I know you want to put it only where he can catch it, but that was an impressive catch by Hacker.
8 of 13 so far for Eric Price. 2 touchdowns. Handoff goes to Jet Zero, and Zero will get a first down up to the 15-yard line. So we take a look at Eric Price's updated numbers: 8 of 10 in his last 10 throws. 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Started off slow to begin the ball game, but he's been pretty consistent ever since. They love this flip tight triple.
They do love that flip tight triple, as they're going to hand the ball off to J.C. Bacon, who goes nowhere.
Yeah, LA starting to pick up on it because they've dotted up about a dozen times today.
Yeah. And also credit to this Fort Worth offense in general. No giveaways in this clean sheet. Toss play goes to Jet Zero. He will get 3.
I'm surprised to see Jet Zero try to spin out of that tackle. He's known for lowering his shoulder and making you pay with bruising hits to pick up additional yards.
Jet Zero, 16 carries, 64 yards. 4 giveaways for the Lycans, nothing for Worth. And that's been the difference. Eric Price will throw middle. The pass intercepted, but I think...
Yeah. I think it's an eligible receive. Oh, no. Pass interference? Oh.
Man, 2
Spot foul.
DPIs in such unfortunate times here for Los Angeles. And I guess they're calling it against Robert Garrett Jr. maybe
That's
for
a-
that contact, but
Yeah,
that's a terrible call.
That's a terrible call. I thought they were going to get that for an eligible receiver downfield. I thought the center was well beyond the yard, but apparently they missed it.
First and goal, handoff, and touchdown for Jet Zero as Fort Worth has 40+ on the board.
Jet Zero continued to drive his legs throughout this drive and putting on his best performance of the night, and he caps it off with his first touchdown as a Fort Worth Toro.
Jet Zero, so many seasons with Queen City, 10 of them, you know, as you were saying, and you know, he was their bell cow for so long.
So long. Went from the frigid temperatures in Buffalo down here to the sweltering heat in Dallas.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Did you have a preference? Did you like playing in the cold or the heat, Ramos?
Oh my God, both of them are terrible. Yeah, both of them are awful, you know, but jeez, man.
If I had to pick, I play in the cold any day before I play in the
yeah, maybe
sweltering
me
heat.
too. Maybe me too. You know, I did play once. You know, it's a city near Mexico City as this return goes to 25. It was probably about 34, 35 degrees Fahrenheit, raining. And it was some of the most miserable. It was one of the most miserable experiences I've ever had.
Now, I hate playing in the rain. The rain is miserable. It makes your equipment heavy. It wears on you. It's not letting up.
It was awful.
Awful.
And it was turf too. We were playing on turf.
Oh, that's even worse.
And yes, you know, the cold, the rain, the turf, it was just awful. And you know, not to mention we lost that game like 18-0.
Oh,
It was just bad.
Showing my age, I played back when it was AstroTurf, and it was the worst. My left ankle, anytime I make a sudden movement, it still hurts.
I don't understand how it was allowed to play in AstroTurf.
Yeah.
I never played in AstroTurf, thank God. But I don't know how it was allowed. I mean, it's just concrete with a thin layer of a carpet.
That's all it is. It hurts getting tackled when you hit the ground. Oh, it was just all bad.
3rd down and 5, man in motion. This time, that is Dan Curtis. We haven't seen anything from far in this game. Pass middle. The pass is caught. Elsie Pryor for a 1st down.
See that time how he hit him on his outside shoulder? That's what he needed on that touchdown. Would have been throw that went incomplete. Catch him on his outside shoulder away from the defender. Not even EK can stop that.
5 minutes and 47 seconds left here in regulation. The Fort Worth Toros with a commanding 42-16 lead. Toss play to the outside. That Ziniguez gets about 5. To bring up a 2nd down and 5. You know, and for Los Angeles, you know, as we were saying, Eddie, you know, there are positives to take away from this.
Yes.
You know, the giveaways were absolutely, you know, backbreaking for the Lycans, but you know, the defense played pretty well. You know, considering this is Fort Worth, and Fort Worth, you know, year in and year out has a very strong offense.
Yeah. And
you know, I saw, you know, some good positive plays from pretty much every star player. You know, Chris Lee had a big catch, Elsie Pryor as well. You know, the back Ziniguez, you know, a couple of good carries. Patrick Rutland, the rookie, also got loose a couple times, so not all bad.
the run defense for LA has been solid.
Yep. Ziniguez gets the toss, breaks a tackle, and gets about 8 on the play. And now they're going in a huddle.
Dan Curtis with a great block to get that 1st down.
Passing, the pass outside, incomplete. Trying to connect with Jack Flash.
He had to throw that ball because Adam Leach was right there. If that ball is on target, that's a pick 6. He had no other choice. That was basically a throwaway, honestly.
Yeah. 2nd and 10, 4 receivers. Dime defense for the Toros. Richardson to throw. Richardson outside, and the pass almost picked off by Dexter Jackson.
I don't think Dexter Jackson was even looking at the football. He was busy chasing the receiver.
Yeah.
And by the time he turned around, the ball was already at his head.
It's another play. If Dexter Jackson comes up with it, maybe that's a pick six too.
Yeah, there was no one in front of him.
3rd down and 10. Like zone coverage. Richardson throws it deep, and the pass incomplete. Great coverage. And
Adam Leach again.
yes, Adam Leach. 5-time All-Star in 9 seasons in the SFL.
I remember when he first came into the league and I started talking about him. He's been making plays for a while now. It's not just recent. Like you said, talking about his stats, he's been a ball player for some time now. Great counterpart to his buddy on the other side, Aiden Davis.
For sure. 4th down and 10. As Elsie Pryor goes in motion. Richardson, play action. Richardson throws the pass incomplete as Dexter Jackson forces the knockdown or incompletion, and Fort Worth will take over on offense.
And actually, that was hit Jack Flash in the hands, but he was unable to hold on to it due to the contact by Dexter Jackson.
So season 24 kickoff week continues tomorrow with Denver at Carolina, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's another exciting block of games on an SFL Sunday night, right here on the virtual football network. As this handoff will go to Jet Zero for about a 3-yard gain, and we may see all pass plays just thrown out the window here from Fort Worth and just keep it on the ground from here on out.
You know what? This is the worst time to be an SFL running back, when the time is ticking and the entire defense knows you're going to run the ball, because they're out there they're ignoring everything else. They just want to find a way to strip the ball out of your hands, hit you after the whistle, everything else that goes along with it.
And off again, J.C. Bacon. 3 yards. 3rd and 4 coming.
Ben Charles.
Yes.
Threw his shoulder right to the chest.
Ben Charles, man. I'm if I can be biased, one of my favorite players in the league, of course. Former Aztec, and love that guy. Just such a ball player. He came in to the league, with us. I'm pretty sure it was mid-season as obviously an undrafted rookie, and in his first game ever, got a huge interception that helped us win that game. Just a difference maker for any defense. And off, Jet Zero will get the first down, actually, by the tip of the football.
That was all Jet Zero.
Yep. Speaking of Jet Zero now with 19 carries, as Los Angeles will actually challenge this one. So we are going to take a look at a retroactive look at the play. Get your console to play the SFL on the go at goretroid.com. Retroid challenge. Let's see here on the replay. Well, this is going to be a better angle, Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, that's too close to call.
Yeah, that's too close to call.
They overturn it.
They do overturn it, so it's going to be 4th and inches. And in fact, Fort Worth, I'm just punting this one way. You can go for it, try to get some, Jet Zero or whatever, but no point. I mean, this is the
offense is on the field, though, Ramos. Wow.
They'll keep the offense on the field. And they're going to give it to Jet Zero, who makes a spin move and gets the first down. You were talking about, the fact that he's more so of a power running back.
Yes.
And he is. I mean, look at his size. He's 5'11", but he's 225.
5'11", 225. He's like a bowling ball.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I'm giving him that nickname, the human bowling ball. Let's see if it sticks.
There you go.
5'11". Jesus Christ.
225. First down and 10. They do have to snap it before a 2-minute warning. Handoff, Bacon loses maybe half a yard. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning as the Fort Worth Toros, with a defensive clinic, are up 42-16 over the Los Angeles Lycans. You're watching the Simulation Football League right here on YouTube. So Fort Worth, Eddie will go to 1-0 to join Houston South Division. And you know, the Toros just a tough team every year.
Every year.
Handoff goes to Jet Zero, breaks a tackle.
His
Jet Zero
feet.
gets off of a couple of defenders and gets 8.
We talked about it a moment ago, but again, that was all Jet Zero. Like we said, the defense knows you're going to run the ball, and they made initial contact, but he just kept those legs churning, not skipping leg day, and picked up 8 yards.
Dexter Jackson in the chat. I'm still your favorite undrafted player.
Is that who that is?
Yes, and yes. I mean, you know, with those two guys, man, as you know, Fort Worth Toros get a first down. That's pretty much the ball game. You know, those two guys for us, man. Ben Charles and Dexter Jackson, both undrafted players, just amazing ball players for the Aztecs for so long, and you know they're doing amazing things for their respective teams.
Jet Zero started this game off slow, Ramos, but he's 10 yards shy of 100 yards on the day.
Yes. Hey, you hand off the ball enough times to him, and he's gonna make it happen. And Jet Zero will get about 9.5.
Now he has 99.8 yards.
Yes, sir. You know, and I like that from Fort Worth, Eddie. The fact that even though it wasn't working that well, they stuck with it, and you know they understood the game.
Assignment. Yeah.
They understood the assignment. It's like our defense has balled out. They have gifted us 28 points. Let's just not throw any pick sixes. Let's not get crazy here.
Yeah, when your defense is playing like that, there's no need to add any extra stress to it. Just take care of the football, have some safe throws in there just to complement the running game, and get out of here with a W on the road. Hard picking up wins on the road in the SFL.
Yes, it is. Very, very difficult. You know, in the SFL, if you have about a 42% rate on away wins, you're rocking and rolling. I mean, that's what you want. I mean, out of the 6 games that you get, if you can go 3-3, that's a pretty good mark.
I totally agree.
In the regular season, as we're gonna see another kneel down from Eric Price, and his QB debut here for Fort Worth will net him a win, 42-16. Nothing flashy. Again, Eric Price, 8 of 13. He actually did not attempt to pass. What, in how long? When was the last time he attempted a throw?
I was just thinking about that. It's been a while.
So the last time he attempted a throw was early in the 3rd quarter, really, I think. No, it was actually early in the 4th quarter. He had a throw to Stephen Hacker for 7 yards.
That's right, yeah.
That was the last time we saw him throw a pass.
Anytime you got a quarterback who can just go out there and just hand it off, I mean, he's probably feeling like Johnny Pickler did back in his Louisiana days.
Yes.
But he gets the W. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Fort Worth 42, Los Angeles 16. Just a complete dominant effort by the Fort Worth defense. Eddie, who's your player of the game?
Oh, I mean, we can go with a multitude of players, but I mean the secondary, we can go with that front four for forcing those fumbles. I don't know. If I had to pick one, man, I mean it's almost a collective effort, man. But
yeah,
maybe I go with the pick 6 they got early on by Aiden Davis that set the tone for this game.
Yeah, I like that pick. I will actually go with Delaney Nash. Led the team in tackles despite going down with an injury at some point. And then he had 2 tackles for a loss as well as a fumble recovery. So I'll go with the strong safety Delaney Nash, the season 21 SFL MVP. For Eddie Gage, And for Mike Dags in the stats truck, I was Ramos Lynn. Actually, you know what, Eddie? Get us away, man. Okay, get us out of here.
You know, I don't want Cam getting mad at me, so I just keep it short. Thanks for coming. Good night, and drive home safely. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.